In this question here, we have a triangle and we have to find the length of the longest side, x. The first thing we've got to decide, is it a Pythagoras question? For Pythagoras, it has to be a right angle triangle, it has to have two sides, and you would want to find the third side. In this question, I have a right angle triangle, I have two sides, and I want to find the third side. So this is a Pythagoras question. I then write my Pythagoras' theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. My next step is I've got to find my c. My c is a side that is opposite my right angle. My longest side is the one that's opposite the right angle, which is x. So underneath the c squared, I'm going to write x squared. With the a and b, it doesn't matter which order these are in. You could have the 4 squared first or the 6 squared first. It really does not matter. So now I've got 4 squared plus 6 squared equals x squared, but I don't want x squared, I want x. So to turn x squared into x, I have to square root that side. If I square root one side, I have to do the same and square root the other side. If I put that into the calculator, I get 7.211102551. I want to round it to 3 significant figures, so x equals 7.21, the units, centimeters, and my level of accuracy to 3 significant figures. There are 2 questions for you to have a go at. Press pause and then we'll run through the answers in a few seconds. I have to find side y. The first thing I've got to do is decide, is this a Pythagoras question? I have a right angle triangle, I have 2 sides, and I want the third side. So yes, it is a Pythagoras question. My Pythagoras' theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I've got to find my c, which is opposite the right angle, which is the y. So I'm going to have y squared. And then I'm going to have 12 squared plus 5 squared. I've got y squared, but I don't want y squared. I want y. So I have to square root both sides. So y equals the square root of 12 squared plus 5 squared. If I put that into the calculator, I get 13 centimeters exactly. For the next one, again, I have to identify, is this a Pythagoras question? I have a right angle triangle, I have 2 sides, and I want the third side. So yes, it is a Pythagoras question. Again, I write down my Pythagoras' theorem, and I identify my c. The c is opposite the right angle, which is my r. So that's going to be r squared. My other sides are going to be 8 squared plus 15 squared. To turn r squared into r, I have to square root both sides. So I've got the square root of 8 squared plus 15 squared, which if I put into the calculator is exactly 17 centimeters.